Hello everybody, it's MattManectric here, and we're back with another episode of BattleSpot Singles. And this week was actually requested that we bring a Trick Room team, but I didn't get one sorted in time. So, we got Mono Ice plus Beware instead. And I've gone with Beware because I've done the classic gym leader thing where it gets nice type move by a level up or TM. Ice Punch in this case, actually it's an egg move, so Matt, you need to shut up. But yeah, it's also a bear, and it's got the ability Fluffy, which is going to help protect it from the blizzard. So hopefully it can battle its way through the hail and take some wins. But yeah, we've got Beware, we've got Crabominable, which I don't know why I've picked because I can't even say it. We've got Mega Glalie, we've got Mamoswine with Stealth Rock, we've got Vanillux. It is Vanillux, not one of the other ones. We've got Vanillux to help set up the hail, and we've got Weavile, just a nice, speedy hitter. And actually, Weavile looks really good against my opponent. To be fair, though, I think I just want to set up Stealth Rocks. Mamoswine looks incredible, so we are going to leave with Mamoswine. I mean, you look at Mamoswine, we've got the Ice-type attack to help deal with Crocodile. We've got Ice-type attacks to help deal with the likes of Aerodactyl as well. You've then got, it can then set up Stealth Rock. I think this particular Mamoswine, I've got two Mamoswine. I think this is my one with Stone Edge, or one with Stone Edge, one with Knockoff, because one's from previous they're both from previous generation, Matt, because got Stealth Rock. You know what, I'm gonna shut up and just battle. Let's go with Mamoswine. The Magneton could be quite annoying if he brings it. I don't think he will, but he's surely got to bring it. He surely brings it. A Mono Ice plus Beware. We are AV Beware though, so I'm sure we can live any hit it wants to throw at us. And then the probably biggest problem to me on my opponent's team is going to be that Sylveon. So I think I'm going to run with Glalie just so we can hit it nice and hard. And yeah, I'm happy with that trio. I'm happy with it. Quick thank you to, obviously I've said thank you for the donations on the bus stream as well. We did buy a Switch with that money, and we have been streaming a little bit of Mario Kart and about half an hour of Zelda as well last night, which was really, really fun. So if you came along to that, I hope you enjoyed. And we do kind of have a bit of a stream schedule now where I'm streaming particular things on particular days. So Mondays is any other game that you guys want me to play, and I just dropped my stylus. Tuesdays we're doing viewer battles. Wednesdays I'm pretty sure that's it. I could be wrong. I think Wednesdays is BattleSpot, Thursdays Let's Play, Friday off, and Saturday viewer battles. I think that's it. I think. Don't quote me, but I have posted it. So let's go ahead and set up that Stealth Rock. He could well go just straight up Mega Evolve, in which case that would be quite annoying, to be honest, wouldn't it? That would be a little bit annoying. But I would like my stylus. We're actually going to see a Waterfall straight up from this Gyarados, but we're guaranteed to live a hit thanks to our Focus Sash, and we are going to pick up those tasty Stealth Rocks. So that's lovely. I am going to switch out Mamoswine. I don't particularly want to lose it. I'm still looking for my stylus. There it is. Can we get it with the feet? We can get it with the feet. Right, I'm back. Okay, so yeah, I don't particularly want to lose Mamoswine straight away. I don't think it's necessary. So I'm just going to bring in Beware. Beware can hit this thing with a nice, powerful return. Oh, we don't actually see an item. So I'm debating on whether or not he could well be the... He could well be just a Mega Set. And he's just choosing not to Mega Evolve just so that he isn't susceptible to ground moves. He definitely won't Mega Evolve now I've got Beware out. So I think I'm just going to hit this thing with a nice powerful return. Hopefully do around 40% damage. That's kind of what I'm thinking this is going to do. Might do a little bit more actually, but we are Assault Vested, so we don't have, the power from a Choice Band or a Life Orb to help us out, but let's see what Beware can do. I bought in Beware for Fluffy. It can take up those, English. It can take those waterfalls like no one else on our team can. And really, the ball's in our court at this stage in the battle with the position we're in. He actually brings in Sylveon. Now, it would not surprise me for a turn with a 2-hit KO on this thing, because this thing has 0 defense. Go on, Beware. How much damage can you do? There's the return. It's a massive amount of damage. But I think Sylveon does outspeed Beware, which is a little bit on the annoying side. I am going to quickly look it up, though. He could well be Choice Scarfed as well. That's another thing to debate. I don't know how much a Hyper Voice would do. It would most likely knock it out, despite our Assault Vest and Massive Bulk. Itchy ear, itchy ear. Let's take a little look. Beware, default set with a Assault Vest. And Sylveon. Singles. Then I'm going to sneeze. Right, we're good. So Hyper Voice is going to be a guaranteed knockout despite our Assault Vest if he is modest and specs. But I don't really think there's much we can switch out into. I've got nothing else that wants to take a hit. We could well be speed tied actually, looking at the speed stuff. We've both got base 80 speed. But he does go into Magneton, which is a very interesting play. What exactly is Magneton speed? Let's take a little look. Magneton's base 70, so he will be able to outspeed us. The Mamoswine is the obvious switch, so I think we're going to go and do just that. I do want to keep Beware in, because like I said, we can potentially speed type. The fact that he's switched out makes me think that he's not running any speed investment. Because otherwise he would have just annihilated Beware, because no one runs speed in Beware. He does go for the Flash Cannon, probably enough to knock out Mamoswine from that range of HP. It is, kind of sucks, but it's okay. I could bring Beware back in now, actually. I mean, I know it seems a bit pointless. Who am I kidding? We've got flipping Glalie with Earthquake. Let's go and do that. Mega Glalie coming in with the Earthquake. He, of course, does have the Gyarados in the back, though, which I am somewhat expecting. But it's not a normal type move, it's Stab Ice, isn't it? Our returns an explosion, so let's just, do I just go for Earthquake, or do we go for the return? Let's go for the Earthquake. Let's go for the Earthquake. Let's play it safe. Let's play this game nice and safe. He does, in fact, stay in, which means he is not taking an Earthquake. The Magneton will go down. Does suck that we've lost Mamoswine, but I'm not too worried since we've got Beware in the back. I'm not too worried. Down goes Magneton to the Earthquake. At full HP, I would expect it to live it. I know we've got like base 120 attack or something ridiculous, but it's not even that ridiculous. But you know, being times 4 weak to it, I know it's a Violite, but I just expect it to live it. I would expect it to live it, but fortunately it does go down. And if he brings in Sylveon, he doesn't take a return. If he brings in, if he chooses to bring in the Gyarados, which he probably will, it's obviously very predictable for me to go out into Beware. If I went for an explosion on this Gyarados, where does that put me? Puts me in a situation where it's Beware versus Sylveon, and I would need to win a speed tie. If we are minimum speed, I've not used this Beware in bloody ages. We've got 80 speed. Yeah, we're definitely min speed. I'm looking at the flipping damage calculator right now. It's telling me what stats I would be if I was min speed. I am min speed. Well, no, I'm not quite min speed. I've got 31 IVs, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's just go for this return. He probably Mega Evolves. He probably does. If he sets up a Dragon Dance, this is going to suck. He's going to stay in, predicting I switch out into Beware as we hit this return, and that's GG. Mate, this Ice-ish team, well, it's not quite Mono Ice, but this Ice-ish team is picking up a win in its first battle. I'm very impressed. I'm very, very impressed. He's tried to catch me with a switch there, and it's not paid off for him. And now he's thinking, oh dear, I need to set up a Dragon Dance, otherwise I've lost. And he's just taking more damage from the Stealth Rock as well. We are at -2 attack now, actually, with Glalie. Or -1. I don't know. What are we? We are -2 attack. But with any luck, Explosion will be enough damage to take out the Gyarados. Let's find out. He goes for the Waterfall. Could probably Scarf Gyarados, actually. There's the Explosion. How much damage do we do? Go on, Glalie. Take the win by going boom. There it is. There it is. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. First win of the week. Bloody brilliant. Glalie showing what it can do. Beware showing what it can do. And the Stealth Rocks are, of course, very important to prevent my opponent from freely switching in and out of his mon. So, a fantastic first game for us in game 1. Let's go ahead jump into the second game then. Whew. Pretty pumped. Pretty pumped. Can't wait to be using Weavile. I'm not really sure how Crabominable is going to work. It's actually Zoom Lens Dynamic Punch. which, like I say, I don't know how well that's going to work. Crabominable could be that one memeing Pokemon where we don't really know how well it's going to do. But in each battle, I'll probably, unless it's like mono normal, I'll probably only pick either one I'll either pick one of the fighting types. I'm not going to go with both. But we are picking a 1493 rated Japanese player with a Kangaskhan, a Pheromosa, a Frostlass, a B-Barrel. Oh, I want them to use this B-Barrel against me. Mate, set up like those curse symbols all you want. There's no way he brings Dragonite. He could well bring that Excadrill, obviously, for Iron Head pressure. He probably brings Kangaskhan. I think I have to bring Vanillux to be able to set the hail up. That breaks the multi-scale. It breaks the potential Focus Sash on one of these Mons. Unless it's on Frostlass, of course. So, I'm going to go ahead and lead with Vanillux. I'm going to have Beware in the back. And that's really a question of, do I want Glalie, Mamoswine, or Weavile? Weavile's going to offer me a little bit more speed. However, I do have that in the Choice Scarf. So that might not be incredibly needed. As well as the fact that if he does bring the Dragonite, he just E-speeds me anyway. And Kangaskhan also has access to priority. For me, it's probably going to be the Mamoswine being able to have the priority Ice Shard. That could be quite big. Yeah, alright, we're weak to Water in that sense, but I think Beware's going to be switching into a lot of things on my opponent's team. So I'm happy with bringing Vanillux lead with Mamoswine and Beware in the back. And let's go ahead and see what our opponent leads with. What a lovely hat you're wearing. It's a lovely, lovely hat. But like I said, I'm intending on bringing a Trick Room team next week. I've been trying to sort of build. I want it to do decently well in BattleSpot. I don't want to just bring loads of slow Pokemon for the sake of running Trick Room. I actually want to build a half decent team. So Excadrill is going to be the lead. We are of course Scarfed. Now I'm thinking he probably sets up his Stealth Rock first. I don't think he'll go straight for an Iron Head. He could be Choice Scarfed and go straight for an Iron Head. That would be good information, actually, to know if he's Scarfed. But we do have HP Fire, but Blizzard will always do more than HP Fire in this scenario. So let's go for the Blizzard. He is Scarfed Iron Head. It's a little bit on the annoying side, I'm going to be honest. Losing Vanillux that early. I really thought he was going to set up the Stealth Rock. At least it's some good information, though, because we can freely bring in Beware. It was risky. I shouldn't have done it, really, but I should have just went into Beware and played it safe. But I did what I did, and I slightly regret it now. I do. I slightly regret it. The switching to Frostlass is quite, I say, obvious. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake. As he does switch out, and here is the Frostlass. So Earthquake will connect and break the potential Focus Sash. We could also see a potential Destiny Bond from this Frostlass, which would be a little bit annoying. Does Frostlass get Will-O-Wisp? I don't think so. But I'm very much expecting... We actually get crit, which is handy, I guess. But like I said, I'm expecting a Destiny Bond or a Thunder Wave here. So I'm going to go out into Mamoswine. Set up our Stealth Rocks. That's going to prevent Frostlass from... Well, technically it'll prevent it from switching out. I don't really want to lose any of my mons to it, though. Like, really. There's the Destiny Bomb we all expected. Okay. So this is going to become a bit of a mind game. A bit of a mind game. Let's go ahead and set up that Stealth Rock, then. The moment he doesn't Destiny Bond, I'll go for an Ice Shard and see... we'll see if we can take it out. But like what happened in the last match, Stealth Rock is just going to limit his switching, so it's brilliant. I love setting up Stealth Rock, and it will force him to keep in his Frostlass, and he will spam Destiny Bond, so until he's out of them. We've seen one Destiny Bond from this Frostlass. It will probably be quite important for me to keep note of that in my head. We see a Shadow Ball come out from it this turn, breaking our Focus Sash, which is slightly annoying. Doesn't do a lot of damage though, as we are able to get the rocks up. And I will Ice Shard next time, and hopefully we take it out. Frostlass is incredibly frail. Is the priority Ice Shard gonna be enough to knock it out? It isn't! And he actually goes for the Blizzard this turn. It's a little bit annoying. It's a little bit annoying. The hail goes down. as well, which is also slightly annoying. Not too happy about that. Not too happy about that one. And also, he can just bring in, Excadrill here and actually just go for an Earthquake, because Earthquake will not be affected by Fluffy. Which, it's just annoying. Really wish we could have just taken it out, just so we had a bit more HP left. Excadrill will come in. Oh, no, it's not. Pheromosa's going to come in. I'm going to straight up just Ice Shard this thing. I don't think Pheromosa gets priority. So an Ice Shard, with Pheromosa's paper-thin defenses, Ice Shard will surely do a massive amount of damage. It's a very risky maneuver by my opponent instead of just going into the Excadrill. That did 0. I expected that to do way more damage. Mamoswine, you disappoint me. If that Pheromosa's got a little bit of HP investment, the Beast Boost activates, there's no way we win from this stage. Oh, he's got speed. Okay. Alright. Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, a little bit confused. I was hoping that would do a lot more damage. I mean, this thing's only got like base 37 defense. So, but well, will probably live a high jump kick, but there's no way it lives the oncoming hit from Excadrill, unfortunately, the Earthquake. He actually goes for the me first, which is very interesting as we see Pheromosa hit with the return. That's not going to do any damage whatsoever because he is not a happy Pheromosa, and return takes it out. Yeah, I don't know what he expected. Maybe an Earthquake? That turn has not worked out for my opponent. Mate, if I'd gone for frustration then instead, if I had that and not had a very happy Beware, then who knows. But there is still a chance Beware could take this game. Excadrill enters. Mole Break. Oh, Mole Breaker activates. That's going to go through Fluffy. Okay. Well, let's go for the superpower. It's going to be my highest powered attack. Excadrill goes for an Earthquake. How much is this really going to do? Hopefully not over half. It probably will do over half, though. It does well over half. It's a clean 2-hit KO. Beware. Show us your monstrous power. Connecting its Excadrill, and he takes the win. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's mental. Beware. Taking out the Pheromosa. Taking out the Excadrill. Taking the win in this second battle of this episode. Absolutely incredible stuff. Mental. Absolutely mental. Wow. Beware. I mean, I understand why he went for the me first. He obviously was expecting me to not go for return. Maybe he did. I don't know what he did. Surely going for high jump kick is going to do the most amount of damage. I mean, I get that I get that we've got Fluffy and you maybe are wanting me to go for an Earthquake, predicting the switch out into Excadrill, but it's such a risky play. All he had to do was go for a high jump kick and then bring in Excadrill and Earthquake, and he'd won. It was so unnecessarily risky for my opponent, and it has cost him the game in this instance. Me first, an interesting play. We've actually come across against a mono water team. That's not good. That's really not good. That moment where you wish that we had Weavile from the Egglock. From the Egglock with the grass type cut. We don't. However, we do have Freeze Dry on Vanillux, which could be incredible in this game. So 100% we're bringing Vanillux. Do we want Glalie? Maybe not. Mamoswine Stealth Rocks could be useful. I mean, think about what Freeze Dry can do. It OHKOs Gyarados. It's going to OHKO the Swampert. Super effective against everything. Like, god damn. Alright, I think I'm going to lead with Weavile. Let's just have a little look at Weavile's moveset. Knock off Ice Shard, Low Kick, Ice Skull Crash. So, maybe we don't want to lead with that. I'm going to lead with Beware. I'm not expecting Beware to be the holy savior of this battle, to be honest. Vanillux is going to be in the back. Question is, who else do we bring? We could just go Glade, but Earthquake is going to be my only real moving things. He's bound to bring that Tapu Fini. Fini's going to be a real problem in this game. I'm going to bring Mamoswine. I know it's weak to water, but it is focus sashed, and it's not the slowest thing in the world, although his team is relatively fast. We can also potentially set up Stealth Rocks with it, and also we are running Stone Age to help deal with that Gyarados. So, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. You know, if I have an Abomasnow in this scenario, then we're looking fantastic, but I don't. And that's where our problem lies. So like I said, we do lead with the Beware as our opponent opts to lead with a Rotom. I'm expecting the Will-O-Wisp first turn, so I'm actually quite tempted to just go straight out into Vanillux. We could also see a Volt Switch from this thing, in which case Mamoswine is my better option. Now, Mamoswine isn't going to be my most useful thing in the world, so I'm quite tempted literally just to bring it in. I hate to say sacking it off, but I want to know what set this Rotom is. I really want to know, because Rotom, you can run it bulky, you can run it fast, you can run it offensively bulky, like a bit of a tank. You can run it fast and offensive, you can run it. So we're looking at potentially a Choice Scarf variant there, by seeing the Volt Switch. I'm going to go for the Stealth Rock. And if he stays in a Will-O-Wisp, then we know he's not choice. He does not stay in, he goes straight out into that Tapu Fini on our Stealth Rock, which is absolutely fine. I want as much damage onto this Tapu Fini as I can get. So I am going to be just spamming the Earthquake here. I would expect a Scald or something of that variant. Hydro Pump maybe. Maybe a Water Z move. Let's go for the Earthquake and hopefully do around 40% damage. I don't know how much we're really going to be doing. We're going to see a Nature's Madness, so maybe this thing's not even running a Water type attack. It could be a Stall Breaker set, which is fine because we've got an odd number of HP, which is amazing for this scenario when he's using Nature's Madness. So, Earthquake connects, yeah, around 35% damage. I'm going to say and just go for another Earthquake, as I'm maybe expecting a Moonblast from this thing, or potentially a Defog. If we are able to get an Earthquake off, then that makes this thing very prone to a Freeze Dry. Couldn't think of the move. Right, I'm just going to switch in and activate its Levitate. Now, if it wants to go for the Hydro Pump, do we let it or do we go into Beware? Now, it looks like that Fini doesn't have a Water type attack, which makes Mamoswine really good against it. So I think I'm going to keep it around, and I'm just going to bring in Beware to take the special hit. It's probably going to be a Hydro Pump, which I'm hoping that's not going to do over half. It's stab damage, I'm aware. Beware, get it? He does hit the Hydro Pump, and it does how much damage? It's not quite a 2-hit KO, unless the following turn is a critical hit. But I am just going to hit this thing with a return. Not going to go for the superpower in case he goes out into the Tapu Fini. I am expecting Fini to come out by. But we know he's locked into this attack, so... And at this stage, I'm just looking to do as much damage as possible to bring in our Scarf Vanillux and knock everything out in the Freeze Dry. That's kind of the strategy we're going for here. Let's see. Are we going to see a straight switch out, or are we going to see another Hydro Pump? He's going to go for another Hydro Pump, but Beware's going to avoid it! Yes! Beware coming through with that powerful return, doing a massive amount of damage. Beware, you're a god. Honestly. Beware is an actual god. Right, I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump again. It will not knock out Beware unless it's a critical hit. It is not a crit. Beware takes this thing out, which means he has nothing on his team that's going to outspeed Vanillux now. This was obviously Scarfed. We could just tell by the way he was playing it. It had to have been Scarfed. He could well bring in the Fini at this stage, which I am more than happy if he wants to do that and knock out Beware. Beware, you have been incredible this episode. Absolutely incredible. The Fini comes in as expected, and he's going to take a little bit of Stealth Rock damage, which is lovely. Misty Surge goes off. As I said before, I don't think he's got a Water type attack, so I will happily go into Mamoswine once Beware goes down. Unless he wants to defog against Beware, but Beware again, it's going to do a lot of damage to this thing. Well, maybe not a lot, but it'll do decent. And I'm going to go ahead and I can either bring in Vanillux, but I don't think a Freeze Dry will be enough to take it out. And that's what we've really got to think about. So, Vanillux, I can't actually remember what nature you are. I do just want to check your stats though. So you have 177 special attack. Okay, then hit, so it must have been hidden power IVs, which has dropped it down. So you are a modest nature. This thing, Tapu Fini. Probably the same sort of EVs as a Carmine, but I don't really know. EVs are obviously. But Freeze Dry is looking at doing a half to a little over half. It's a bit of a difficult one. I'm gonna bring a Mamoswine after finding out that information. Guys, use damage calcs. Don't be afraid to use them. If people call you scum for using them, just say you just want to win. Okay? You just want to win. So that information is quite vital. We don't think this Finny has a water type attack to hit us with. We're going to see a Brine come out from this thing, so he does have a water type attack, and that's going to knock out Mamoswine. Well, he kept that one quiet, didn't he? So the combination there is Nature's Madness to drop us down to half HP and then hit us with a Brine. But that only works if the Pokemon has an even number of HP, because then it will do bang on 50% and Brine will actually have its special effect activate. So let's bring in Vanillux. We need this to knock him out. We need Freeze Dry to knock him out. Freeze Dry plus Hail will knock him out. The question is, what does he have in the back? Let's go for this Freeze Dry then. Can Vanillux pull through? There's the Freeze Dry. Please knock it out, Vanillux. Please. Please. Yes, it does. Down it goes. And there is one Mon remaining. If it's Gyarados or Swampert, we surely win. I think it's Greninja. It is going to be Greninja. Now, we are Scarfed. He is currently Water type. His potential sash is broken. Can we knock him out with the Freeze Dry? Vanillux, come on, you got to do it. You got to do it, Vanillux. Do it for the team. Do it for the team. There it is. It's 3 wins this episode. Beware of Vanillux, probably the double MVP sort of thing. Mamoswine's been decent as well. I'm sorry we haven't really been able to get this. We haven't really seen Weavile or a Crabominable, but we will see them in the next couple of episodes. That's 3 wins this episode, guys. Can we get a like on this episode and subscribe if you're new? We've got the links in the description to all the different social medias, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. I am hyped as hell right now, but I'm going to work, so I'll see you in tomorrow's episode, because this is going up Tuesday night. So I'll see you for Wednesday's episode of BattleSpot Singles. Bye bye.